Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Okay. So I want to cover the Pisces new moon happening on 19th, 20th of February. And I wrote loads of notes, and that took me into the Saturn change of sign, and that took me into the Pluto change of sign, and it became quite weighty. And today I'm just guided to bring a couple of notes, and I've pulled some cards because it's very, very watery, Neptunian, Venusian, and there's lots coming through on that. So let me just give you the salient facts. What I forgot to mention on the last reading where I was speaking with Saturn is after I went to NASA to learn about the Saturn rings, I was given the word Eureka. And that took me to, oh my God, I've forgotten the name now. It was with me this morning. Archimedes. Eureka took me to Archimedes, which gave me the displacement of water. So it was an interesting bit that I forgot to mention yesterday. Today, I can really feel there is a melting of an iceberg going on, and it's segueing into the lifting up of this wounded child. And it's soft and it's lovely. This doesn't feel like the whole dark night of the soul dance. This feels very loving. Okay, the new moon is happening at 1 degree of Pisces, and I want to read you the Sabian symbols for 1 and 2 degrees. It's happening at 1 degree 21. So I'm going to read you the degree points for 1 and 2. So 1 degree is a crowded public marketplace, the social nature of human responsibilities, a last moment joyous rallying to a task, seed synthesis at the end of cycles. And what this is speaking to is a gathering of different energies. And as it happens in the physical, so too does it happen in the etheric. Bringing together all the shifts and changes, weaving them into a new tapestry, and bringing something different to the marketplace in a collective. It's that energy again. It's Pisces into Aquarius. 2 degrees, a squirrel hiding from the hunters. Instinct of self-preservation as a basis for greater realization. Lifting of self to surer foundations. And what that's going to bring in is the conflict. The conflict to rise and express your higher blueprint, or to stay where you are, feeling safe, because there's some kind of safety, security, contentedness there. So it's a lovely energy of the dissolving. So Neptune has been in Pisces since April 2011 and guides us to dream big and then go bigger. It also cautions us against the illusion and the self-delusion of manifesting without some amount of elbow grease. And Saturn is coming in to Pisces. I think that's going to be beautiful. Neptune will remain in Pisces until the end of March 2025. And then it will move into Aries. First house, owning dreams, no matter what the dissonance in the interior or exterior field of dissension. Remember I said the other day, you're going to get judged. Deal with it. We can't bring something new and hope to stay safe and liked and approved of. In that, we have to break eggs, make a bit of a mess. So Neptune is currently at 24 of Pisces until March the 13th. And 24 of Pisces is an inhabited island, adaptability and inherent creativeness, extreme of surety in self-expression, centralization of supreme forces. Oh, this is a gathering of power. This is the heart opening up, the soul coming online. And that's all. I'm not going to go into anything else, because what I was guided to do today, this is a really high level etheric reading. And I was guided to dig out 2 crystals to support today's reading. The first one is going to be difficult to see because of the light, but I will try and show you. This is called trigonic quartz, and it is covered in triangles. So it's a blueprint quartz to bring in the new blueprints, to elevate consciousness, to elevate the human and the human's field and the collective. And the other one I want to bring in is this piece of fluorite to support the heart and the nervous system as it deals with all of this change. Okay, so they're just going to sit here. All right. So the 2 decks I'm going to use today are the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild and the Activations deck. And bear with me, because it's not going to be very 3D. I'm going to be flowing in and out. And the first card out the Pearl of Shadow. And the first thing I got was with this, I can't remember which video it was now, but I was talking down into the base chakra and I saw something hidden. I mentioned the empty well, where we've hidden something and it's become quite encrusted over time. Some have forgotten about it, some are coming face to face with it. And this is the dissolving to resurrect their key codes. There's an activation that's going to happen. That's the first thing I got is this pearl and this beautiful infinity. This is the 8 of expansion, manifestation, karma. Okay, I'm going to read you the words for these cards. And this is coming in with priestess energy. What have I learned? What have I understood from this experience? How have I grown in this experience? What more can I bring to life in this expression of myself? Acknowledgement for all the work that's been done, that you've done, that we've done as a collective. Wisdom, love wisdom. And this card made me smile because this card came to me in a vision 2 days ago and it popped out. Sacred rapture. Beatitude breaks down into beatitude. Sacred rapture. All right. And there are a couple more cards down here, but I'll get to those. So if it's all right with you, I'm going to read. I know I don't usually, but these cards are so beautiful that they are worthy of repeating. The Pearl of Shadow is about taking responsibility for your experiences and how that empowers you. You are going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure, what you buried. That which has brought darkness into your world will submit to the light and be transformed. Have courage and commitment to your awakenings, for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path. This lifetime, I've just noticed, it looks like she's a conductor. It looks like she is orchestrating light and driving it right down into the base of her to awaken those seeds, because it's time. That's the feeling I'm getting. It is time. Okay. And now we'll go to Spirit Owl. Recalibration to a higher order of divine purpose is in progress. It is not always a smooth ride, which I love because 8 plus 5 plus 2 equals 15. 15 is the devil card. So that 15-6 energy is going to bring enough conflict, trigger harmony, if that is your intention, to trigger harmony in the heart. It's like conflict is such a powerful alchemy. Were we to stop running from it and avoiding it or trying to manage it, but just to be in it. As a conductor. It is not always a smooth ride, but it is safe to be fearless as you gently hold space for new ways of thinking, living, and seeing to emerge. You are encouraged to let go of opinions and belief systems that cannot support you in higher frequency states. This is part of the conflict that's already coming through the field. You'll soon recognize a truth that cuts through confusion and frees you to proceed with love, peace, and higher understanding. Let your true self be seen. So remember, we're in the crowded marketplace. Do you turn your light down to fit in? Search for deeper spiritual purpose and opportunity for healing beneath conflict and suffering. If you have been in pain, this oracle brings a message of joyful breakthrough. Your soul is growing stronger, more able to have faith in wisdom than in judgment or doubt. Commit to your spiritual path and know you are making progress, even if things seem more difficult for a time. Know that any such difficulty is part of your healing and that you will successfully move through it. Trust yourself. So those first 3 cards are speaking to breaking the seed, finding the seed, breaking the seed open, and then harnessing it through the energy of challenge and conflict. Okay, there has to be a letting go as we rise. And there also has to be, as above, so below. So if we cannot be with our shadow, there's no way that we can access and hold the light. We have to keep drilling a deeper well and a deeper well to bring the light down in. Balance, past and future. Balance, masculine and feminine. Balance, upper world, lower world, in the middle world. All right, I'm going to move to the first 2 activation cards. I can't make this up. Root chakra. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security in the physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. As I gaze at this image, my eye wants to go to what is beyond that. What is underneath that layer of darkness? It's quite translucent, but what is beneath that? And it feels ancient and alchemical and magical, and it's like the building blocks of life, the physics, the building blocks, the science of creation. And I sense that's, I think that's why I'm getting icebergs and Titanic. It's like, look, go deeper. But I've been deep. Have I not done enough? So that's the Piscean voice is going to erupt. The frustration of the parentified child is going to erupt. And how can we allow that to erupt in absolute honesty? If it's filthy and angry, can we hold that? If it's joyful and free and defiant and rebellious, can we allow that? Can we bring that into our collective? Because that's going to cause some waves. Yeah. So the root chakra is coming out with change. We had this card the other day. And I wonder what happens if I put these two images together. Again, and they're both pulling that energy right down, and then go beyond, and then go beyond. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with forever changing nature of reality. And my gosh, the nature of reality is changing so much, both inward and outward. It's a breath, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. Sounds very simple. This is like the circle in the square. It's the masculine birthing, the feminine. 12-3 is, I make my own decisions, thank you very much. Personal authority, self-governance. Okay, with me so far, how are you doing? Okay. And now the next three cards are showing it's almost like a little instruction book. Okay. So again, we have the blueprint, we have change, we have that change bringing in that blueprint energy. Blueprint energy, triangle 3 is quite unstable. It's looking for a container in that 4. It's looking for a foundation to pour into, to seed into. Seeds not sown will blow away on the wind. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects. So everything is changing, the mental, emotional, physical. The etheric. The blueprints are changing. So harmonizing between layers and aspects of different origin. origin. God, so strongly, the star seeds are going to be waking up. This Pisces into the spring equinox, the two big planet changes. Star seeds waking up. And it will be divine or revelatory, shocking. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. Okay. That's the flowery bit. Ease, grace, and great joy is an alchemical practice that takes time. What do you want? I just want peace. And you have to curate it, and you have to cultivate it, and water it, and go to it, and be it, live it. It will not come from the external. I cannot hold that and feel peace. I can feel a lovely buzz of energy, but the peace has to be within me. And again, we're starting with taking responsibility. Okay, so the dynamic is basically saying we are now harmonizing all the layers. Okay, yeah. It's going to come in thick and fast. It's going to be coming in thick and fast. Weaving new blueprints, unweaving old patterns of behavior, challenging ourselves, possibly challenging others, creating harmony. And where there's harmony, there's disharmony. Okay. And then the second little instruction is to allow, and this can be the scary bit, because this allowing might feel tricky. You might be able to instantly come up with 3 reasons / excuses why this cannot happen. Okay. Allowing, allowance, allowing. Just allow. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way. That's an art form. Because you know when we're in something awful, how can we tell ourselves I'm right where I need to be? I'm in the exact time, space, location. Can be difficult. The intellect wants to come in and say, no, you're not. Seek happy, seek that positivity. We don't learn if everything's love, light, and flowers. We learn through conflict. Conflict is such a powerful alchemical force. If we could get ahead of it and become the master in it. I see you, conflict. What are you teaching me today? So allowance without judgment. What are you teaching me? Without opinion, without fear, without resistance. And there's resistance coming through the field all week. And it's a different kind of resistance. It's a meaningful resistance. It tells me something important is behind the breakthrough that's coming. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. It's also where we cultivate self-trust. And the because, and this is the because. Really? We cannot build a new light body by going to the Apple store. Apple as in the brand, the phone, the tech. And we must be humble in the understanding of the technology of how to build a new light body. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. So it's kind of the soul bus. It's the bridge The Merkaba is like the chariot, the chariot that allows us to be a galactic being as well as a human being. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into present to serve our highest purpose. You know, I don't like that word. Vibration, I might say, to serve so that we can serve our highest vibration and birth that, curate it, cultivate it, keeps coming back to the same thing. Curate it and cultivate, make a commitment. It's 2 of Cups energy, to make a commitment to it, to not revert to the back foot because that situation might feel a bit difficult to deal with. But in order to create change, to be an agent of change, sometimes you've got to break a system or shake it until it falls down. Okay, so those 3 cards are saying we are weaving layers of reality together. Learning to trust ourselves is learning to allow the change to happen, no matter how foreign it might feel, because the Merkaba is bringing in a higher dimensional consciousness that we can travel in, be in. Okay. You with me so far? And then the last 3 cards that came out. Oh, so tiny. There we go. I'm going to put those up there and those up there. And I want to get my book. And go to 38. Then this card fell out. Now, while I was shuffling, this card fell out. And I put it back in the deck and said, if you need to be in the reading, you'll come out again. And it came out again. So, the Vara Patra. It's the Holy Grail. Out of confusion, a clear and progressive pathway is opening up. It is an auspicious time to give generously of yourself to others. I'll come back to that. Enriching the quality of your connections, expressing spiritual blessings of goodwill and encouragement from your heart. I like that distinction. From your heart, there is no victim martyr. Okay. So when we give generously, if we're still caught in the Pisces fly trap of I gave and I gave and I gave and I never got anything back, that's victim martyr. When we give from the heart opens and it is infinite as to how much love it can bring. It's like, there's no, you don't deserve this. It's just love. It's just love. All right. A powerful blessing is entering our world. I'm just going to let that be blinding. Look at that. A prayer is now being answered in a beautiful way. Spirit gives freely and generously of all things, and the task of humanity is to learn how to receive. The key to receiving is an open, surrendered, generous, trusting heart. And then this card flew out, and I'm not going to read this card because it is self-explanatory. I've had this deck for a few years now, and I remember the first time this card came out for me. Afterwards, I went for a walk, and there's tons of kind of pigeon feathers and crow feathers, and I found an ivory feather. Really beautiful. I don't think I'd ever seen an ivory feather before. wish-fulfilling crow. Okay. Do you remember, I think it was about 6 months ago, when I started saying, what if it all comes at once? I want to put that there. What if it all comes at once? Are there any limits or gears that are stuck in the mind that cannot conceive of that? The mind that is unwilling to conceive will struggle. And in the allowing, it's not just mental toxic positivity. It's not the mind hack nonsense. It's got to happen in the heart. When you know it in the heart, that's it. And the final card, wow. Wow. 44-8 is like bringing the higher and the lower world together, bringing both, and again, it echoes this weaving the tapestries together now. It's like the 4 of the upper world and the 4 of the lower world into the 8 of manifestation. 4 is the base as well. 4 is the foundation. Foundation of love coming into the foundation of beingness. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. And my darlings, that is it. I'm not going to pull any other cards. I think that's an absolutely stunning message. I wish you a beautiful new moon in Pisces with a Neptune Venus kiss. Take it easy. Be in water or near water or drink plenty of water. I will see you all again soon. Take care. Bye.